Alright, I think this thing is on. Hello everybody! It's Girl Got Game. Welcome back to Arcade Spirits. How is everyone doing today? Hello to Gigi and Mara in chat. How are you guys? I know, the conflict, Mara. I'm so nervous too. I was just about to say, so, I guess today we find out about the conflict. Fingers crossed for Purper. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about this conflict. Like, we already got such a big conflict with the whole health stuff, so can we not make it too bad, please? And hello, JJ. Nice to see you too. Alright, let's hop back into the fray. Let's see what's going on. Oh, right, we gotta go talk to Dekonami first. I forgot about that. This is the chapter that we say goodbye to Francine. I wonder how this will go, taking Percy with us to Dekonami. Then I shall don my Sunday's best to meet the mustache-twirling ruffian of arcade legend with pride. Madam. And more kindly. Okay. Alright, we've never done this option before. You know, taking the bus out here every day really sucks. Can I borrow the family car? Ha! I haven't owned a car in ages. Rideshare's the only way to go. Better for the environment, too. Alright, I guess that's a no then. I'm trying to think what would be like a Percy-esque option here. Because he has his dream of filling his sister's last wish. Like her last thing she was trying to accomplish. Oh, hello, Game Dan, by the way. Nice to see you. Get that food. Oh, and Mara's going on a road trip to Kansas for 2 weeks. Exciting. Well, I hope you have a good time, Mara. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out... So he has a dream, but he's also been like, you know, just... Some dreams are not achievable kind of thing. Ah. Damn you, Verizon. Aw, that sucks. Oh well, hopefully you'll be so distracted with the fun of the road trip that it won't be too bad. Okay, we'll try one. We'll just see what happens. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. Let's take Percy because he knows business and gaming in equal amounts. Percy's been taking it easy since his heart attack, only making a few passes through Moopy a day, relaxing and casually playing other games in between. I wave him over as he's walking away from a round of Donkey Kong.
Lovely day.
Hello, love. Lovely day, isn't it?
Lovely indeed. Although it's about to get a bit less lovely. I know you're not exactly an employee of the Funplex, even if you own a small slice of it in the form of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, but I could use your help. Dekonami wants to meet with me to discuss a business venture. Hopefully a mutually beneficial one, but who knows.
I see. Rather serious, then.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd like to tap my business acumen to help assess whether he's serious, or simply looking to scoop up a rival?
Something like that, yeah.
Very well. I shall put my best business face on. But I'd rather not wear a tie, if it's all the same to you.
I'm going in my hoodie. I think you can skip ties.
I'll just go gather up my things, shall I?
Thanks, Purper. Love you. Oh, nice, Mara. You're gonna have your fairy tale manga. And notebooks to write stuff. Cool, cool. Yeah. Sounds good. Alright. Don't make a big deal of this. We're just going into the lion's den.
Can't say I care much for the atmosphere of this place. It's hardly cozy, is it?
That's a shame.
I know I say I play my best in the chaos and noise of an authentic arcade. But this feels skewed in all different directions. It's a bit too intense.
Ah, that's true, Mara. Although, so you're gonna be gone for 2 weeks. Ewan's got... We haven't finished Ewan's route yet, and there's something like 10 or more bad endings for him, so I might still be playing Changeling by the time you get back. It's quite possible that I'll be just finishing Ewan's route by the time you get back from your trip. Or maybe just starting Finn. And of course I'm gonna, like, do stuff in the beginning that we did with Finn. Like all the stuff up in the heights before being sent to the depths. So, potentially, I think you might be fine. You might not need the Switch for doing, setting up Finn's route before you get back. Anyway, he does seem pretty uneasy ever since stepping through the doors. Yeah, no, it's something like 10. It might even be more than that. Ewan is just like, you know what? This is our last chance. Let's just give him all the bad endings and see what happens. I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Suck it up, Percy. Give him love, give him hearts all the time. Percy, you doing okay? Your heart. You only got out of the hospital a few weeks ago.
Oh, Tosh, I'm fine. I doubt Deco's powers can carve a few months off what's left of my lifespan. I'd be more worried if Francine came along.
Oh.
You've noticed, haven't you? She's getting worse.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Probably for the best that we're here in her stead. We'll do right by her, love. No worries. I suggest we split up, roam around a bit, scout it out. I'll study the games. You're welcome to join me. If not, I'll rejoin you later.
Okay. Alright. Sounds good. Let's go to the tournament first. Make sure we get that done promptly. So much for friendly competition. I don't think I can really learn anything from this. I run clean events at the Funplex and have a zero tolerance policy for salty bastards. Oh, okay. Code realizes a short game with quick bad endings. Okay. Good to know. I still want to play that one of these days. Time to move on. Really? Was there nothing to do with... Huh, I thought he was going to... Oh, he didn't go to the tournament. He went to see what sort of games they have. Well, okay. We're good. Phew. Let's go to the games.
So, this is what's become of Moopy, has it?
Sorry you had to see this, Percy.
I'm plenty offended. To take all the mental leaps of dexterity to escape the maze out of the game is folly. But I'm hardly angry. It'd be silly to be angry at something as trivial as this. And he can't purge the real Mr. Moopy from this world, even if he tries. We'll always have it. Well, I'll always have it, seeing as I bought it from you. Until I've no further need of it, I suppose.
Oh my goodness, he's like so... Percy, no! Let me hug you forever. Ooh! Game Dan got his spaghetti. Yum yum. Enjoy. I have like one bowl left of leftover spaghetti. I should finish that tonight. Yeah. We could always stuff your mortal remains in the cabinet. I'm sure an urn would fit next to the coin mechs.
You laugh, but honestly, I could see that. If not for the active biohazard issue. I'll just keep poking around a bit more for now.
Okay. So he wasn't a fan of that one. He was kind of like, ugh. Elt approves, Game Dan. Elt approves. Okay, let's try basic. let's not even think about that. Right now, you need Moopy, and we need you. Let's focus on the now. Okay, that's better.
Quite right, quite right. Here and now we're alive and ready to fight for our Funplex.
Okay, that's better. I like seeing that smiling face on you more than the disgusted face. Oh, Mara's gonna be Elt's age next week. Wow. Well, early congrats to you, Mara.
Suspect I ought to eat healthy. Just have a salad, maybe some grilled chicken. No cheesy breadsticks or anything of the sort. I think you ought to do most of the talking during the actual meeting, love. You run the stage. I'm merely one of your many players.
Okay. But if you see something you want to comment on, you jump in. Got it? I value your opinion.
Not sure how useful my opinions will be, given what I'll want is sort of the opposite of what this place provides. But I understand it's not really for me. An old man can't afford to yell at clouds for long. Not enough days in one's life to waste on such nonsense.
Maybe, but I still want to know how you feel, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Once again, the staff takes care of our needs as our food is delivered promptly. Oh, speaking of prompt deliveries, thank you very much.
Hello, chat.
I had a prompt delivery of coffee just then.
It's the resident coffee giver.
Coffee da. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Hope that doesn't make you too hot in this room.
I know, yeah.
The room's not too uncomfortable yet, but...
Yeah, yet. Yet is a good way to put that.
Hello, Sweet Bean, and Game Dan, and Gigi, and Merchant, and Mara.
Oh, hi Samantha, by the way. I only just now realized you're here. Hello. Yeah, we're making our way through this guy's route. Kind of looks like Jesse Cox a bit.
A little.
A little. Ginger with a
I
beard.
haven't seen Jesse with a fierce jacket like that.
That's true. That is a fierce jacket. Okay, I'm glad I didn't miss you earlier, Samantha. That's good. I'm like, oh, I'm not paying attention to things again.
People are coming and they're going and
No.
you don't even notice. You're so wrapped up.
Oh, no.
Alright, guys, have a great time.
Okay, thank you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's continue skipping. Alright, he's introducing himself.
Percy Sinclair, good sir. Future Mr. Moopy's Magical Maze World Champion.
Ah, a retro player. A dying art, really. I appreciate you coming along.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
Yes. Okay, let's skip through this stuff. Okay.
Think about this.
True, nostalgia could earn a few points off those old games. But the newer redemption games earn 10 times as much. Why bother?
Don't think so.
I'm afraid I must disagree with you on that, Mr. Nami. The question is not one of earnings. You can make far more money selling, say, refined uranium than you ever could running an arcade if that's your only goal. The reason to operate an arcade is to sustain a dream of what an arcade can be. The reason to make it profitable is to be rewarded for your efforts in that regard. And the only reason that dream has shifted in the national subconscious towards your redemption game focus is because you forced that issue. I think you'd find an audience ready and willing to pay a premium for extremely high quality retro games. The Funplex is proof of that.
Excuse me.
Oh, that got under his skin. Thank you for your opinion, Mr. Sinclair. But I think, given my decades of experience in this industry, I know a bit more about it than you.
As you like, good sir.
Percy settles down, having never raised his voice once, simply making his point, and moving on. Barely hiding a smirk at having raised Deco's ire. Yeah, go Percy! Get him! Get him with that wit. Right, so... Nice, Mara. Hiya! Thwack. Okay, I mean, I think Percy probably is on the side of no. So let's try no. It's my family. Alright.
Well, well. Quite tactful, aren't you? I can admire that. Keeping your cool under fire is a key attribute of champions.
Yay, he liked it. Nice.
And you did the right thing. You kept the Funplex family together. Moopy, the real Moopy, will always have a home.
Much obliged.
Thank you for bringing me along. It's a pleasure to watch you work. Shall we return home?
Let's. Yeah, exactly. Percy is much better than that. He wouldn't stoop to Deco's level. Ever. Well, time for a quirky farewell to Miss Francine. If I had another token, a 1-up, an extra heart, a phoenix down. She loved games. Loved gamers, even. This place, this Funplex, was her gift to us. Somewhere we could all be happy and have a great time. It feels weird having it go dark like this. We'll take today to mourn, absolutely. But I think we should open the doors wide tomorrow, and we'll say, come inside, have fun. We're here for you. And the gamers will be here for us too.
Thank you.
That was very sweet, Crystal. She loved this arcade so much. Naomi wipes at her eyes again. I just hope we're allowed to open those doors tomorrow. Huh? Yeah, it's not so good. Yeah, Final Fantasy is an arcade game. That would be pretty interesting. I wonder how you would implement that. No. I think not. Okay, so we can actually skip through this because all the, irises, owners? I don't know if owners is the right word, but we've done all of their routes already. Apparently this time I'm feeling bitter. Oh, absolutely, Mara. Next time, like when we do Queen Bee's route, I'm just gonna be like throwing punches left and right. It's gonna be so therapeutic.
Bitter. Frustrated and bitter. Masking it all with some really ugly sarcasm. She used to joke around to be happy. Now those jokes are hollow. So, the mockery is a defensive response, using humor to insult the world that let her down.
Okay. I wonder, can you die from halitosis? That'd make for an amusing obituary at the very least. I died from halitosis. Put that on my gravestone. Iris would no doubt be happy to spam me with dream job offerings, but what's the point in a dream job when it always collapses out from under you? Exactly. This isn't moping. It's a controlled collapse. You know, like a demolitionist taking down a building. Safest for everyone involved, really. I don't want you collapsing, controlled or otherwise. This isn't healthy, Crystal. Hello? Hey, there's our boy.
Hello. See, we're sporting the bedhead look, yes?
Seeing as the two of them just waltzed right into the bathroom with my mouth still frosty with toothpaste and unwashed for a week pajamas on my bod. Hey, Percy.
Don't worry, love. Honestly, This week I've been in the same boat emotionally.
Aw, thanks, Percy.
Lovely.
Which is why I'd like to suggest we have a spot of lunch. Get some fresh air. Reconnect now that troubled times have passed. Ah, Juniper, you can tag along if you like. Just a friendly outing.
Oh, I wouldn't want to get in the way of your romance. She's got a thing for British accents. Who doesn't?
Thinking we can ramp into that sort of thing. For now, I think we just need a quiet moment to reflect over tea.
And biscuits?
Mm-hmm.
If you like.
Yes!
Yas, biscuits.
Yay! Crystal, don't take too long getting ready, okay?
But don't avoid the biscuits. Hi, Zachary. I definitely like Irish accents too. Irish accents are delightful. But I am biased, so there's that. Nice to have you though, Zachary. Hopefully I won't burst into flames on being exposed to the terrible might of the Daystar. I should start calling the sun that. Like, it's the Daystar. Reality is way stranger than fiction. If I wanted a bitter joke of a story, I'd just tune into my real life. Honestly, I'm not sure why Percy is still pushing for this relationship. Doesn't he see how Murphy's Law follows me around like a lost puppy? Percy deserves better than this hot mess of a person he's tied himself to. Oh. Okay. It's not like I'm hooked on horse meth or something. I'm just having a beep-tea time of it lately, that's all. Beep-tea.
It's a bit worse than that. You're just so disheartened lately. You joke around, but they're hollow, ugly jokes. We're here to turn that frown upside down.
I'm not frowning.
You're frowning on the inside. We're turning your inside frown into an outside smile. Or something. Look, work with me on this, okay?
BFFs for life.
Okay, where is... something new here. Well, we're glad to have you partially lurking, Zachary. Very nice to have you. The brief moments I'd be alive if the sun went out would be enjoyable. I feel you there. Sometimes when I go out, I'm just like, ugh, sun, so bright. Why? Aw, that's cute, Mara. Scotland forever! Catherine and Gigi with their Scottish love. Nice. Nice. When I was being overwhelmed by ravenously parched gamers, you stepped up and made sure all those thirsts were quenched. You are a soda fountain of knowledge. Thank you? I think? Yeah, same game, Dan. I'm just like, nope. I'm not getting that. Alright. The most important person takes a step forward. I just want to make sure... I want to make sure that he didn't say anything earlier. I don't think he did. Interesting. Okay. No worries, Doc. Nice to see you. You haven't missed too much. We're just in the depression phase. We went to talk to Deco Nami. And then Francine passed away, and now we're cheering Crystal up. My heart swells as he begins.
Above all, you're my dearest love, Crystal. I'd assumed that love was outside the scope of my life, that I couldn't possibly burden someone with my short years in that way. You taught me that I still have much to live for.
And little Kamier, hey! Welcome! Nice to have you as well. How are you doing?
I don't know how long we have together, but happy or sad, angry or glad, I fully intend to live out those days with you.
Wow, Percy. My heart.
All of us love you in one way or another, and I'll carry on loving you, past this intervention and beyond. Count on it.
I'm speechless. That was so sweet. All work and no play makes Crystal a dull wave rider. Indeed. All sorrow and no joy makes Crystal a true wave rider. Maybe I don't want to be a true wave rider. Maybe I want to laugh again, for real. Not hollow and harsh, the laugh of the dying. I need to laugh at it all without hating it, so I laugh like a crazy person. Oh no, literally. Oh good, I'm glad you're feeling better, little Kamiye. That's good. I'm doing well. I thought I was gonna get a migraine earlier today, but it went away, so phew. Which earns me a few worried. She just lost it, looks. You're right. We should celebrate. Celebrate Francine's life and celebrate what we had with the Funplex. We did good, you know? We did real good. That's worth raising a glass to. Who's with me? Smiles all around. It's good to be back, baby. Alright. Who's up for Funplex 2 Electric Boogaloo? Migraine, go bye-bye. Whoosh. Okay, hold on. I want to talk to Percy. Thank you.
Hamza must consider this.
Alright. Percy, you've been building a charity war chest for when you pass. I know an arcade isn't a sound investment and is hardly a charity, but...
Why?
You promised me Mr. Moopy would always have a home. If I can help restore that home, I'm game, love.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll...
There were rules.
As would I. As would I.
Okay. Understandable, of course. Let me hear your thoughts, then I'll decide. Funding and direction. Okay, we'll start from here.
In order for me to back your play, Hamza would require you to strike at the very heart of Dekonami's empire and open a family restaurant alongside your arcade. Take from him the very business he adores so much.
We don't know the first thing about running a restaurant.
Thankfully, your business partner does. I own several restaurants. I would provide staffing and the resources.
No risk, no reward.
Now this is a risky play, but if it succeeds, the reward shall be tremendous.
Actually, that's similar to what Matt and I had in mind. Oh yes! But rather than a restaurant, well, we'd like to open a barcade. I've always wanted to run a bar. I'd raise a glass to that idea. After all, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Now, it wouldn't be nearly as large-scale as a family restaurant, much safer. Not quite as profitable, but still quite tidy.
Honestly, I'd prefer if you simply ran a video arcade and nothing more. Adding on extras seems like a recipe for failure. We know how to operate a simple small-scale arcade, so why not stick with our strengths? I'll grant it has a lower ceiling for success than the others. It's just an arcade, and won't pull in anybody looking for more. Low risk, low reward. But I'd say that would be my condition. We need to stick to the basics.
So, take the big gamble on a family restaurant, or make a cozy little barcade, or just go with a classic video arcade. This decision is going to affect the entire direction of the new venture. What do I want? What's my dream? Alright, Percy, we'll make the finest video arcade ever. I'd like to stick to our core strengths. We know how to operate an arcade, so let's operate an arcade. Percy, I'd be honored if you lend your aid to that. Hooray! He liked it. Yeah, that's true, Mara. Queen Bee and Teo most likely will leave. I wonder... I can't remember where we are with everybody affection-wise. I'll have to check that in a second.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to working with you. It would be a wonderful legacy to leave, would it not?
I suppose asking you to reach for the stars was a bit much. But we'll still support you, whatever may come.
Hamza admits to disappointment, but cannot defy your iron will.
Thanks, guys. Alright, sort of games are we focusing on? Hold on. I want to talk. I didn't realize you guys started. Game focus.
Sweet! Retro games! It's gotta be all about retro games. You know I'm capable of keeping those older games in tip-top shape. If we focus on retro games, we could serve an audience that Deco's completely ignoring.
As would I.
I would agree with Miss Fairchild. Retro games are an untapped market. I'll grant it wouldn't pull in as much profit, but we know gamers are seeking them. We don't have to make all the money, just enough to keep our pure and untainted dream afloat. And we can do that with a well-curated retro game library.
Yeah, Naomi probably will stick around. It is her thing. Let's go retro, baby. Deco thinks that only new games make money. Let's prove him wrong and have the world's greatest retro-style arcade ever.
Woohoo! I'll pick out only the best games, don't worry.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to this project.
Okay. Time to go beyond. Alright, we'll talk to you guys now.
I was thinking, well, if the reason why older games are considered a dead end is that they don't work in the ticket game ecosystem,
Lovely!
why not add ticket output to normal games? We could reward skilled players with prize tickets based on their high score, or speed of completion. With the right balancing, we can make old games just as desirable as new ones.
Perhaps.
As Naomi said, there may be legal hurdles to clear, but I'm in favor of this idea. It's not that I love prize games. I find them boring personally. You know I favor pinball. But profit is the lifeblood of an arcade, and prize games are profitable. If we can get Moopy producing tickets, well, that's something nobody's ever done before.
Interesting. It's the best of both worlds thing, having modern ticket gaming integrated into classic games. Not a casino, but a genuine way to reward achievement and hard work. Whatever you need to make that happen, do it.
The upfront cost may be a bit much, and I have a lot of legal tape to cut through. But I think we can make it happen. Thank you. New lifeblood in the retro scene, drawing new eyes to older games. I'm looking forward to the results.
One more thing. The name. What was I going to call this again? Was it Purpur's Palace? We had... like, the last thing was Purpurpalooza, I think. That was, like, the max. Yeah, was I going to do Purpur's Palace or Percy's Palace? Yeah, was it Purpur Palace? Purpur Palace? I mean, he is investing in this. It would be appropriate to name it after our boy. Shrug. Maybe. I don't know. Purpur's Place. Okay. Yeah, the palace was the only thing I remembered. Alright, we'll go with Purpur Palace and see what happens. That works. Purpur Palace. Let's call it Purr Palace.
Purr Palace.
I like it. We can work with that.
Let's hear it for Purr Palace!
Our home lives again. How exciting.
Beep, yeah!
A toast then?
Hooray! Let's toast it. Now let's get super drunk. This is a party, right? Let's all get blind drunk and celebrate! For Purr Palace and the future! For Purr Palace! Ooh boy, look at those. Just look at all of that. Look at all those, emotion graphs and affection bars. It's, I don't know if anyone's gonna stick around, actually. I know, everyone is leaving, right? I'm just like, well...
Clearly, you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 22,750 points. Woohoo! Shops in the volcano-devastated city of Pompeii bear the characteristics of a pizzeria. That's a neat, if a bit depressing, pizza fact just for you. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 7?
Oh yeah. Always. Well, rip everybody, I guess. I may have focused rather hard on one particular boy. This is fine. I'm sure everything will work out fine. Yeah, we got this. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's like, I'ma head out. As soon as the credits roll, Oh, okay, well let's do the conflict, everybody. I'm super anxious, bruh. And I can't forget about Percy's hopes and dreams in particular. I'm not the only one anxious about this. The stress weighs heavily on both of us. I don't want to let him down. Alright, Percy gave up a large chunk of his savings for this. I hope we can do right by him, considering it was going to go to charity originally. Now it's going to us. That's true, Gigi. I think I did actually double down more on Percy than Teo. Oh no. Well, here we go. Naomi and Percy work together to pick out games with a decidedly retro feel. Considering Deco's focus on tickety, gambling-ish games, this helps us stand out from the competition. She put in a lot of hard work restoring them, and truthfully, we've run into a lot of problems along the way. But watching her tirelessly working to perfect them is inspiring. Alright. Since we opted for a basic arcade, honestly, setup was a breeze. Naomi and Ashley worked together to get the games up and running. Ashley managed to impress Naomi when she pulled out her long-forgotten skills with electronics. Nice. Naomi seemed to be busying herself with double, triple, and even quadruple checks of every game prior to opening. So, talk to me. We good?
Hi! Oh, hey, Crystal. Or should I call you Boss?
Crystal's just fine.
Okay, we're good to go, Crystal.
Great, great. Since we're focusing entirely on the games, we need to make sure they're absolutely perfect.
Agreed. And you can count on me to deliver. I'd better hurry up and finish my checks, though. We're opening soon, and I want to finish this game.
As you were, then.
See ya! Toodles!
Good. Not that I was too worried about the games. Keeping things simple worked out well for us. Percy was right. Running a classic arcade is right in our wheelhouse. Okay, I'm getting more nervous as we get closer.
Beep beep, Crystal.
Okay. Hearing Iris's muffled voice, I pull my phone out of my pocket and check in with her. What's up, Iris?
Okay, so... I'm getting some unusual pings around your social media. Someone trying really hard to get in touch with you. You said you didn't want to be bothered today, but... well, I think you should probably respond to this one.
We're about to launch the grand opening of Purr Palace, Iris. Someone sliding into my DMs is really not my concern right now.
It's Percy's mother.
Oh no, Mom! He told his mom about us?
She really, really wants to get in touch with you.
Huh. Percy never talked much about his parents, mostly about his sister. I was assuming we'd do the whole meet the folks routine once we were farther along in our relationship. But if she wants to congratulate Percy and I for a job well done with our new arcade, that could be a great emotional booster right now. That would not be where my mind would go. If I was dating somebody who had like a terminal illness, and I heard from my phone AI that like his mom's been trying very, very hard to get in contact with you should probably take this in the most somber tone she has, I would be like, oh my god, did he die? Is he in hospital? What happened? Not like, oh, she's here to congratulate us. Oh my god. Do you not hear the sad music playing in the background? Okay, let's go, everybody.
How about I patch a call through to you?
I guess I have a few minutes to spare before the opening. Go ahead. Iris makes the arrangements for me, granting friendship status, opening messenger, setting up the cross-continental voice-over IP call, all that techie junk. Soon a harried voice comes over the speaker.
Hello? Is this Miss Wave Rider? Percy's new girlfriend?
Yeah, that's me. You can just call me Crystal. It's good to meet you, Mrs. Sinclair.
Is Percy with you right now?
Well, he said he'd arrive a bit before we open, but no, he's not here yet.
You need to talk him out of doing this! Please!
Sinking, feeling, commencing. I'm sorry? Talk him out of doing what?
I know he'll be very cross with me for this, but I didn't know anyone else he'd listen to. He won't even take our calls ever since we had a row last week.
And as she continues to explain, that feeling sinks deeper. Only to rise sharply. And sink again. A roller coaster of discomfort. And like that, all my concerns about Purr Palace fall away. I've got a much deeper problem to deal with, now that I know this little bit of insider information. Oh, hi, Foxy. How are you? As much as it'll hurt Percy, I need to talk with him about what his mom just told me. So I'm causing the conflict. The door swings open a few minutes later, just as I'm ending my phone call.
Hello.
Opening day at last. How thrilling. It's even got that new arcade smell.
Percy happily strolls into the arcade, a smile beaming from ear to ear. I'd love to share in his enthusiasm, but with the news I just received, all I can do is look anxious.
Crystal, something amiss? Difficulty with the games, perhaps? Surely Naomi has our classics under control by now.
I know I'm about to officially open Purr Palace, but this is way more important. This game is about an arcade, and you start out working as an employee in an arcade, but eventually it gets taken over by a rival business leader, and we just opened a brand new arcade. And you can date various people, such as your co-workers or people that are regulars at the arcade. So we're doing Percy's route right now. He's a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze specialist, which is basically a ripoff of Pac-Man. And he's very sick, unfortunately. So that's why we were on the phone with his mom just now. Oh, and hello, Westwood. Welcome. No problem being late. It's good to have you. Hope you're doing good. We need to talk.
Oh. She told you, didn't she?
Is there any way to make this easier? Or should I just dive right in? Okay, definitely not two. I don't know if I should give... Like, one kind of feels accusatory as well. Not quite. I'll drink this as quick as I can and hand it off. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'm on a timer for my coffee. I'll drink this really quick while we decide. Yeah, see, we've got 2 1s and 2 3s. I'm like, oy. I know 1 is like the heart, which is like kindness. Oh, it might have to be fate of the coin. Yeah, I know, like 3 sounds more respectful. You know what? Let's do both of them. We'll do both of them. Let me just chug this coffee. Give me a second. Yeah, you're right, little Kamier. Extra Life would have been a good name for the arcade. I think I'll do 3 first, and then we'll go back and try 1 and just see how each one sounds. Because I am curious. Definitely not 2. Precisely, we have our time travel wheel. It's not a problem. Okay, coffee has been chugged. Give me just a second, I'm gonna hand off the cup, and then I'll have another delivery brought my way. So 1 second, everybody. Yes, I have my coffee assembly line figured out. Oh my goodness. Oh, hello, Justin. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You got here just in time for the conflict. Oh my goodness, I swallowed so much air with that chugging of coffee. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, let's try 3. We'll come back and try 1 after. I'm willing to hear your side out on this. I know how your mother feels about it. But what I want to know is how you feel about it. Okay, he liked that. He can't get righteously angry when I'm using an even-handed tone, so he simply sighs and starts to open up. Okay. So that's how that went. We'll try the other one just for fun.
Oh, hi, bigger chat.
Hi,
bigger chat.
Thank you for the coffee. That may have been a very quiet Molly hiccup. Yes. Oh, I don't like how this is worded at all already. It's a silly da is what it is. I feel hurt, Percy. I would have rather heard about this from you than from your mother. And she feels hurt too. She sounded so desperate.
Yes, well, it's not really anyone's business, is it?
I'm not saying I have a right to pry, but I thought we put our trust in each other. Why couldn't you trust me with this? Oh, that was still an up. Interesting.
It was not my intent to hurt anyone, love.
Except yourself?
Well,
Didn't want to get anyone's hopes up.
Okay. Let's go back. I really did not like 1 at all. Even though it went up with him, I'm just like I'm not a fan of that at all. He can't get righteously angry when I'm using an even-handed tone, so he simply sighs and starts to open up. Yes, that was my hubby. He was dropping off my second cup of coffee. I will definitely tell him hi later, for sure.
Not much to say, really.
Well,
Didn't want to get anyone's hopes up. Experimental clinical trials aren't exactly a cure, not as such. Odds are nothing would come of this, even if I agreed to it.
That's a lie. According to what she told me, your doctor said there's a high likelihood of success. You'd survive, and your heart wouldn't be a threat to you any longer.
I suppose doctor-patient confidentiality doesn't quite hold up to a mum's gossiping, then.
Don't blame this on her. She talked. I listened. I chose to listen.
Yes, you chose to listen. To something that's really none of your bother. I'm disappointed, Crystal, I must say.
Oh, Percy! What was I supposed to do? Hang up on your mom? But that's a no-win scenario, my dude. I can't hang up on Mum. Ugh. How is this none of my bother? It's your life on the line.
My life. To do with as I please.
And it pleases you to die, is that it? Percy, you could live. We could be alive together. But only if you agree to try the new treatments. Why didn't you want to try? Tell him not to do this. Oh, yes, Mom, this sounds very serious. Click. I know, like, what? What do you want me to do? Man. I know, poor timing is just atrocious.
Sure I could dig up some statistics, if that's what you need to convince you that this is not so simple. Not really worth bothering with at all, really. I've done enough stock market investment to know when not to put my faith in some silly miracle. You want predictable, reasonable outcomes from predictable, reasonable actions. What? Taking part in the treatments has a slim chance to hasten me along to my end. So why risk it?
I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. Why doesn't he want this? Is it because... Oh, man. All of these are kind of... Ouch. Maybe 3? The other 2 are just so aggro. Like... Yeah, 1 or... Well, you know, let's try 3. This might be you don't get any affection with him, regardless of anything. I mean, I can't guess what his thought process is. Maybe he'll explain it at some point. But, I mean, if it was me in his place, and I'm like, well, I'm definitely going to die. Whether I die, like, a year from now or 2 months from now, it doesn't really matter. But if there's the chance that I won't have to die from this disease, I would take it. Even if it would cut off that much time. Because at least I tried something. Like, the other way is just like, no hope in accepting your fate. But my goodness, my dude. You gotta at least try. There's no need to dress this up. I can speak plain, in ways he can't object to or dance around. Percy, why don't you want to believe in this cure? Talk to me. Please. Tell me, in your own words, what you're thinking. Honestly. We got points with him for that! Yes! Oh, I loved how she worded that too. Like, just explain. You know how I listen to your mom? I'll listen to you. Just talk. I won't hang up on you either. Like, I didn't hang up on your mom. Oh my goodness, Zachary. I had no idea. I echo the sentiments in chat. We're very happy that you're still here with us. With a heaving sigh, he folds.
I don't deserve it.
Survivor's guilt.
It's not right. It's not fair that I get to live when she had to die.
I knew survivor's guilt was going to come into this. Hello, ladies first, by the way. How are you doing?
All because of bad timing. All because we were just a little too late for the doctors to develop a new treatment. A roll of the dice. Luck of the draw.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of all were getting that vibe from him early on in his route when we were first talking about it. And I'm like, I wonder if he's like, I feel guilty that I have a chance to live when she didn't. And that's what happened.
Moopy isn't actually random, you know. It was Stella who realized that first. Her genius was unmatched. I'm still using her techniques when I chase my high scores. You can trick the game into providing exactly the maze you want. If you make the right moves. It's a puzzle. A problem to be solved. There's no fickle fate to it at all.
Life? Life is fickle, is it not? My sister dies. I get to live. All because of a little toss of the dice. I simply don't deserve to live. Not if she had to die. If I undergo the clinical trial, if I emerge right as rain, well, it soils her memory.
If your sister were here right now, she would slap you upside the head and be like, stop being an idiot, brother. She loved you. There's no way that she would be like, if I died, you have to join me.
That's why I didn't tell you. Shouldn't have told Mum either. Nobody had to know. Could have been my little secret. If only.
No. No, I can't just let this go. I love him too much to let him slip away over this without even trying. Okay, definitely not 1. Either 2 or 3. I think it's time for the big guns. I think it's time to play the sister card. Yeah, I will say the conflict doesn't feel forced, at least. And he didn't drop it on us, it was Mom, so... Let's go with 2. Percy. Ask yourself one simple question. Would your sister Stella want you to die just because she had to die? I mean, that's literally what I just said. Yeah, so like you said, Samantha, that's literally what I just said. Ah! He's so reasonable during this, my goodness. Ah! You know that's not what she'd want. She'd want you to be happy. If she heard there was a cure, she'd want you to take it.
Yes, well... She's not exactly here to say that, is she?
Oh, Percy, that is not fair.
No, because I got lucky and she didn't. And I don't feel right taking advantage of that good fortune, regardless of how she may or may not have felt about it. Look, can we just pretend you never heard this? You've got an arcade to open. This needs to be a happy occasion. Please.
Hiya.
Wait.
Hiya.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It wouldn't even let me, like, read this before Ashley interrupted me, so... Percy, please hear me out, okay? Do that for me. I just want you to know that Ashley is going to interrupt right now. It's time! Neither of us say anything to each other as interrupting Ashley continues on, oblivious to the sour mood.
Ooh.
Ugh, Ashley. Ugh. I hope I'm not interrupting anything romantic. But look at that crowd out there. It's so big. It's 10 on the dot and time to open the doors. But I figured you'd want to do it, right, Crystal? Something wrong? Percy? Crystal? I'd completely lost track of time. We were only moments before officially opening, but...
Well, I'll just go get some tokens and start playing Moopy, I suppose.
Percy...
Another time, perhaps. You've an arcade to run, love. Let's not let our customers down.
But... Ashley... Ah, jeez. I did interrupt something important, didn't I? I'll just, go over here and do things somewhere else. Oh... I mean, realistically, we would have to, like, shelve it for right now, but it would have been nice to be like, hey, I love you, let's talk about this later, please, and not, like, with any kind... Let's be open to a conversation. It's not like he's going to die today, presumably. I'll take time to talk him out of this later. Yeah, we'll try. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let's go to Gavin and Percy to start. Since we decided to stick with the basics, there aren't too many places to hang out and not play games. It's all games all the time. Surprisingly, Percy and Gavin have found a quiet corner near the change machine. Interesting. I miss having a quiet place to, like, have a drink and something to eat. It's not like he is going to die today, but you might be getting shot. Truth in that game, Dan. And hello, Kit! Welcome! Glad to see you were able to make it to the stream. It's awesome to have you.
Tanked. Completely tanked.
Much obliged.
I'm glad for your little tip. I was ready to invest a good chunk of my pocketbook in that company. All my hard work would have tanked right alongside it.
This is par for course when my siblings snatch up technology companies. It's a pump and dump, in essence. They stir up excitement in the acquisition, then drop it once it goes cold. I've never seen one of their endeavors bear fruit for very long, thanks to their short attention spans. I'm glad I could save you from the heartache.
Apologies.
No offense. I think I can handle a few accidental heart-related puns without going into cardiac arrest, my good fellow. But it's good to avoid a pothole on the road to finance, yes? Especially with so many of my resources already tied up in Purr Palace.
Hello, Yuli, as well! How are you? Nice to have you for the stream, sir. No problem, little Kamier. Hey, Percy. That was a long... Tired? Yeah, I bet. From the extended hum of his greeting, I suspect he's subtly warning me not to talk about his health issues or potential resolution thereof in front of Gavin. Okay, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I was hoping to catch him alone, but there'll be time later, I assume. Unless he's hiding from the issue by hanging around to other people all day. Don't you do it, Percy. 2 a.m.? Nice. The witching hours. So, stock market talk?
Ah, indeed.
I like to do my trades in the morning before I come to the arcade. Get all that bother over with so I can focus on Moopy. Afraid we're being astoundingly boring at the moment, Crystal. Just two overly serious gentlemen talking about finance.
That's fine. I'm adulting at 110% efficiency today, having started a new business myself. I should probably learn about how, money works.
Oh? What would you like to know about?
I got you ladies first, don't you worry. Alright. Talk to me about them investments. I think we've done all of these before. Yeah, same, Mara. I miss the restaurant too. I'd like to invest in our future. Think long term, you know? Surviving for many years to come rather than jumping at the easiest profit I can. Any tips? Nice. Welcome back, Justin.
A fine view to take. My own investments are preferably long-term. Yes, I make moment-to-moment trades, but they're backed by the stability of stock bedrock.
Doing good, thank you, Yuli.
Even after I'm gone, I expect many of those to cash out gradually. And I've hired a phalanx of lawyers to carry out my wishes over the next, 30 years.
Except if he just listened to his doctor, he could handle that himself.
Gavin, how about I show you my portfolio? Give you some ideas for how to build up a nest egg for per palace.
Thank you.
I'd be honored.
I'll let you two handle the fine details. The two sink deeper and deeper into conversation about currency exchanges, fiscal policy, tax rate changes, and I start to lose consciousness. I admire their passion, but there's only so much adulting I can handle in one day, and I need to reserve some for later. It's then that I notice a customer having some problems with the change machines. Oh right, because you can't buy food this time. She frowns as she swipes her credit card through the slot. And again. And again. The little red error light popping each time she does so.
Oh, man.
Aw, come on, come on! This was working earlier! Alright, stepping in to help. Okay, we'll do this one. And then we'll move on. Okay, so Naomi and Teo, which one of you is the lowest? Ooh, chicken and chips, yum, Yuli. It looks... I think that Teo is slightly lower than Naomi. Okay, nice. Okay, Queen Bee and Ashley. So, which one of you? Let's see. Looks like Queen Bee's the lowest one. Alright, well, have fun with Queen Bee! Welcome! Relieve tension. Okay. I think we do all of these. Ah. As I hear the clang and bang of someone assaulting a cabinet, I see Percy holding up a finger to grab my attention. I motion for him to join me, and he does.
Thank goodness. I tried to grab Ashley, but she was in a hurry, brandishing a plunger like it was some sword. There's so much going on right now.
What's happening?
Some hooligan's working his way down the retro games, yelling at them and smacking around the joysticks like they're speed bags. I swear he was going to knock over our joust. That's how hard he was shoving that cabinet. People have been avoiding going near him ever since he started raging out. It's causing quite a scene.
I'll take care of it, Percy. Thanks. Alright, good luck, Game Dan, with the laundry.
Be careful, love. I don't like the looks of this one.
He places a hand on my shoulder in solidarity before leaving. Thank you, Purr. Yeah, break it, you bought it. Okay. Sir? Okay. Got a thing for bunnies, huh? What's up, Doc? Alright, I think I've got a good idea of who's behind all of this. Oh, we get to do number 2. This'll be fun. This very well may be the part, Foxy. As the duly ordained arcade pope, I hereby absolve you of all your sins. In the name of the frog, the monkey, and the holy yellow circle that eats all the dots. No, actually, you're all banned from the arcade. Get lost, or I call the cops on you all. Get wrecked, kid. Worth it. And Sue just laughs. She laughs and laughs as if I posted a funny cat video, not made a direct threat.
Oh, friend, you don't want to get the pigs involved. No. I mean, if you really feel you need to, go ahead. Call them. It's cool. We'll go quietly. And be back the very next day. We've got friends in high places. We don't sell drugs or weapons. We sell information. And information, as a currency, is far more valuable than what other gangs trade in. So just smile, nod your head, and say, "Yes, Miss Sue, you and your friends are always welcome here."
Ooh, girl sassy.
You don't want to see what I can do with the push of a single button.
So now you're threatening me. Is that what's happening here? With our focus on loading the place with arcade games and nothing more, it doesn't leave a lot of room to work with. Nor is it much of an octagon for the remarkably sloppy mixed martial arts brawl breaking out. We're going to have a lot of game damage when all is said and done. Interesting. Well, there's the lovely chainsaws. So Ashley is our lowest one right now. Get down! Oh no, Crystal! Alright, I have a visitor. So, Percy, our roles have been reversed this time. At least there's a plus side. I just wonder who my visitor is. Percy walks in, his head held high. He's trying to hold it in. Try not to cry.
Confound it all. What in the bloody hell were you thinking, jumping in front of a gun like that? How could you throw your life away like that? How could you... You noble fool.
You noble fool. Oh my goodness.
A noble fool I love so dearly. A noble fool who I thought, for one terrible moment, that I'd lost forever.
Percy,
Please, hear me out. I've made a decision. I am no stranger to grief. You know this. I've felt loss. I've felt pain. I'd like to think that if you were to leave my arms, I could shoulder the burden and carry on. I've had to do it before. When I lost my dear little sister, it was a considerable burden to bear. But I fear losing you would have broken me. Completely. I love you with all of my heart. Even the part of my heart that seeks my destruction. I can't help myself. I don't want to love this much. It would be easier, wouldn't it? A simple, light-hearted love, one which could let go when the time comes to let go. Understanding that it will be fleeting. Accepting that. But that's not the truth, is it? I love you deeply. and I cannot deny that. Today was proof. If you were gone, a piece of me would have gone with you. I couldn't bear it. So, I've decided. I'm going to accept my doctor's treatment.
Yay!
Because making you shoulder the pain of losing me is selfish. It's unfair to make you have to feel even a tiny bit of the way I felt today.
My goodness.
So, it seems I'm going to have to live after all. No way around it. Assuming you can forgive me for my outburst of utter foolishness, that is.
Oh man, so many of these are good! Ugh, what do I pick? I know, he's grown so much, our boy. Our sweet baby boy is grown. He definitely needs hugs. All the hugs. Oh, man. Yeah, let's do one. Always go with your heart. I'm glad you're choosing life, Percy. And I've no doubt that your sister would want you to choose life as well. Just do all of them. I should do all of them. There's no need to die in her honor. You've a high score to achieve in her honor instead, right? And then a brilliant and long life to enjoy also in her honor. So if you've decided you want to try the treatments, I'll be behind you every step of the way and beyond. I love you, and I want to be with you for a very, very long time. Aww, that was so sweet!
Crystal,
As would I.
yes. This is what I want. I want to be with you for as long as I can.
Well,
Okay, let's go back and try the other ones, because I am curious. And agreed, Mara. Tails Conflict is still the worst one. It's very close to Juniper's, but his was still the worst, because we did not need to apologize at all. I offer him a bright laugh and a sad little smile. Well, I guess that means both of us will get to enjoy the heat death of the universe, because damned if I'm letting you die, and you won't let me die either. Two immortals watching the stars go out because we both want to hold on for one more day. No matter what.
Plug a Mr. Moopy into the heart of a dying star, and I'll be happy as a clam. And your star will never fade in my eyes, Crystal.
much obliged.
Thank you for understanding. I felt so silly, I suppose, the way I carried on this morning. A cruel, silly fool. But I suppose we're both silly fools of a sort. And I love you for your silliness. I always will.
Well,
That was also super sweet, my goodness. What's the other one? Yo! Vampire Percy and Crystal win! I could dig it. Percy, it's your decision to make, not mine. If you're going to live, you have to live for yourself, not simply for love. If you want to live, truly want to love, I'll be there for you. I'll go with you to doctor's appointments. I'll hold your hand when you're sick, when you're well. I'll be there to smile as you live your life.
Don't get me wrong. I want more from life than simply your love. Nice, though, that the love is mine. But this is the right decision. I've turned it over and over in my mind, and there's no reason not to do it. Other than my damned foolish pride, of course. So yes, I'm ready. And I thank you for facing it with me. You're a true gem, love.
well,
Man, all of those were so great. That did sound like marriage vows. I think I'll keep that one. That was super cute.
No, a treatment isn't a cure. I wasn't lying about that. There's still a chance it won't work, but it's a chance I'm ready to take. And however many years I have, be they short or long, I'll happily spend them by your side.
And in front of Mr. Moopy.
Right.
Yes, well, that goes without saying.
He sighs, letting all this weight off his chest. The little poke at his game-playing habits helped lighten his mood. But not entirely.
I was being something of a prat, mind. So focused on punishing myself that I couldn't see how I was hurting others. You can forgive me, but I was quite cross with Mum and Dad. Unfairly so, considering they've already lost a daughter.
Well, you better go give them a call then.
I'll call them tonight. Start to patch things up. I promise.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
And how about once I'm finished the first round of treatments, we head on up to jolly old England. Meet the folks. You and I.
How about bringing them here? English weather sucks. That's so rude. My goodness. I'm so sorry, everyone in England. I would be honored. I'd love to meet your parents, Percy. Let's absolutely make a big trip out of it. I'm ready.
You might change your mind after meeting them. Salt of the earth, my family. They own a little dirt farm in a village with an unpronounceable name.
Yep, sounds like England. English weather rules if you love clouds and rain, right?
If Mum offers to cook you a blood pudding, don't let her. Trust me on this.
Noted.
Well, it's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it?
Rather hilarious, really.
We've still a lot of work to do to clear things up at the arcade. Pave the way to this bright future we apparently now have together. But I know we can do it. I'll see you bright and early. Or whenever your doctor lets you leave, I suppose.
Thanks, Percy. Love ya.
And I you.
So sweet. That was great. Clearly you're the life of the party, you goofy goof. Also, you've scored 26,550 points. Woohoo! And now let's have one last pizza fact. 62% of Americans prefer meat toppings on their pizza, while 38% prefer vegetarian. Everybody loves different kinds of pizza, and that's a beautiful thing. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to... drum roll, please? The final level? Yes. Alright, let's take down Dekonami once more with feeling. I'm curious how we're going to convince Sue this time. I didn't realize that each of the emotion things is like a different way to handle stuff. The steady one was really neat and interesting. I'm like, what is quirky going to be? I can't even begin to guess yet. Who can tell the funniest jokes? I can see that. Frustrating. Come on. Even being down in the dumps, Percy's presence somehow manages to lift my spirit a little. I'm glad to have him by my side. I smile as he walks toward me.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Crystal. Good to see you up and about.
I'm up, but hardly about. I'll probably be glued to this stool all day long.
Yes, well, it beats the alternative, doesn't it? Plus you get a nice view of the whole arcade. Although, bit quiet in here today, isn't it?
Yes, Yuli. Yeah, I know. But we can turn this around. I know we can turn this around.
Right. Well, I don't mean to be a bother, but I wanted to talk to you about our financial situation, seeing as I'm bankrolled in this affair and such.
As soon as he mentions money, my chest tightens as I expect the worst. It's not an unreasonable thing to bring up, but can I deal with more bad news?
I may have more than my fair share of wealth, but it's not bottomless. Honestly, you could see the bottom even before I put my stake in Per Palace.
Well,
Gavin and I have been going over the spreadsheets, and at our current rate, well, I'm afraid we only have so much padding before we have to start considering options.
Options like...
Selling.
Oof.
I don't want to, believe me, but there's going to be a breaking point where we need to consider pulling out before our initial investment cannot be recovered.
Tomorrow you want to catch up with Changeling, which you're 6 or 7 episodes behind, and also watch the last Danganronpa stream. Ooh, that is a lot of content. That's like a full day's worth of content, nearly. My goodness. Well, I hope you enjoy.
If only to ensure everybody involved in this affair doesn't go bankrupt.
The knot in my stomach turns. The idea of completely draining Percy's finances, well, his plan for that money was to turn it over to charity upon his death. Even if his treatments worked and he survived, if we ended up homeless together or something. Yeah, I know, Ladies First is like, this really sucks. Well, you have to let me know, Yuli, if how our reactions work.
Something of a grim thought, isn't it? But let's not dwell on the negative, shall we? No point giving up the fight so soon after it begins. What we need is a plan for how we can turn these ill fortunes around. What are our next steps?
Next steps? I can barely take a step with these crutches. Honestly, I'm not sure what we do next. I need time to think. In Danganronpa, Max and I got to just starting the first investigation.
right.
By all means, think away. And if all else fails, well, at least you've still got your health.
Ah, hold that thought. We've got a customer. Hello, welcome to... Percy's face, like, eh. Good morning.
I think I'll be moving along now. Moopy to play and all. Remember your health, Crystal. And try to avoid stress in the next few minutes.
Thanks for backing me up, Percy. Well, I guess I'm dealing with this. Yes, we definitely had quite the adventure in today's episode. It was nuts and changeling. Ridiculousness. Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather resembles a 1980 beep junkyard in here, doesn't it? All these obsolete games that no one truly cares about.
No. I'm here to make one final offer.
Not interested. Nope. Well, if you must know, it's only if I get a $500,000 salary, 3 company cars, a Hollywood mansion, and, most importantly, my own line of designer fragrances. Yeah, I know, Mara. Beep, yeah, I'm ready to sell out completely. I do have a few terms and conditions, however. I'm going to require, $500,000 a year, including stock options in Deco's Palace. I'll need some cars, the kind you only see on fancy 80s cop shows. A 50-room mansion with a majestic overlook at the ocean. Servants to feed me grapes. My own TV and movie franchise about my amazing exploits. And if you could throw in, your kidneys, that'd be great too. Kidneys go for a lot on the open market. So deal? I don't don't know. I think we made a pretty reasonable offer. Just saying. I'll take that as a no.
So be it.
Oops. Alright, I guess that was a no. I know, it's so hard not to laugh at the end of the episode. I felt Allie in that moment. That can be arranged. Packing everybody into the employee break room proved tricky. Standing room only, elbow to elbow, but somehow we managed it. Interesting, so we meet here because we don't have our restaurant. Oh, that's crazy.
Hi! Hi, everybody! Glad I could be here for this... whatever this is.
Thanks for coming, Juniper. Alright.
Pardon. Dekonami. I don't follow. Yes, I'm rather miffed over what happened with the Funplex, but he's hardly to blame for our current woes. Right?
Well... Double the Molly snicker. Oh no, that sounds horrible. Didn't you ban them from the arcade and tell Sue you never wanted to see her again? Okay, so we didn't start off on the right foot, but I'm willing to put money on myself for turning that around.
Doubtful.
I have my doubts, I'm afraid. Thanks, Gavin. Your support always means so much to me. Oh, good night, Justin. Thanks for joining us. Take care. I'm glad it was funny. Okay. No idea is too wacky for me. Show up at Sue's doorstep claiming to be from a sweepstake and she may already be a winner? Sure, why not? Find a radioactive spider to bite us so we can tie criminals up just like flies? Sounds good here. Elaborate heist sequence requiring a herd of elephants, 2 blimps, and 84 feet of lubricated rubber tubing? Absolutely. Between all of us putting our heads together, we've got enough brain cells to light up Chicago. We can do this. We can do this. Who's with me?
You've got moxie, kid. I'm in. Well, you only live once. Suppose I'll contribute what I can. Now we're talking. The wildest dance moves are always the hottest.
Thanks, guys. Alright.
We have an accord.
So, let's go back a little bit.
This whole situation's a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers. No thank you. Although, the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Crystal first met the ghost monsters at Deco's palace, yes? They're regulars there. So we investigate Deco's palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. If we can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue, well, it'd go a ways to mending fences with the ghost monsters if we approached on friendly and diplomatic terms, yes?
I'm pretty sure if I showed my face at Deco's palace, it'd get mashed into paste by his private security goons.
But my face wouldn't. Deco doesn't know me. I was Funplex adjacent rather than a Funplex regular.
And he didn't pay much attention to me when I was attending that business dinner with you. I'd hazard I could join her without any issue.
Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anybody even noticing.
I'd say this kindly strategy is an honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely. If she's got a single friend in that place, I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory. But for you, Crystal, I'll do it.
I don't got any ideas. Well, don't look at me. Okay, we're going back as Juniper and Percy. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet. Not involve the police or criminals, not troll the internet. Just ask around for some of Sue's friends. Juniper, Percy, you two head off to Deco's palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire. At worst, you get arrested for loitering around the place. Or you get your butts kicked by his security, I guess.
Right. We best move along then.
You can count on me, Crystal.
Thanks, girl. Appreciate. Okay, give me just a sec. I just want to finish this coffee. Okay, coffee drank. Let's keep going. No, I won't get a third. 2 is enough for me. I've got water after this. We should be good.
That's right. She could count on me always. Crystal and I have been friends for years and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by her side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by her side today. I'd be at Deco's palace looking for clues like a teenage mystery sleuth. But I was by her side in spirit. Crystal is always solving all these problems for her other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble. All while I stayed on the sidelines. But now it's time for Juniper's Day in the Sun. Or Juniper's Day under the fluorescent tube lighting, anyway. I've never been to Deco's palace before. I went to Las Vegas once, though, and this place very much resembled a bad off-strip casino. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from the games. And not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken.
Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I notice you wrinkling your nose.
I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time. But I prefer cooking proper meals myself, you know?
Ah, but the target demographic of Deco's palace adores anything deep-fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So, have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows our elusive ghostly friends, then?
Simple. It's process of elimination. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids or adults here. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. We find some young miscreants, we'll find our contacts.
So you're suggesting we wander up to random dangerous-looking teenagers and just start asking them?
Correctamundo.
It's foolproof.
I think I may have a bit more scientific method in mind. When I visited Deco's palace with Crystal, I spotted someone resembling Sue playing this arcade's version of Moopy. Of course, I didn't know at the time who the young lady was. But if she's a fan of Moopy, perhaps one of her friends may be as well. When seeking out a ghostly individual, first check their usual haunting grounds, I say.
Ooh, smart thinking. Okay, you hang around Moopy. I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me if you hit pay dirt.
Great seeing ya.
Very well, I'll be in touch.
Nice. Okay, we'll skip ahead a little bit here. Alright, there's Percy.
A notification from my phone snatched my attention just as I was getting off my bar stool.
Possible lead. Meet me at the Moopy game.
This is it! My time to shine.
Very true, Kit. Always make sure to have fruit with you.
Let's make it happen, Juniper.
We got this.
It takes seconds for me to get there. I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, which is being played by a little girl standing on a step stool.
I did it! I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots.
Impressive. You've got wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you.
And thank you for showing me the spinny color game at that party, even if it was super boring.
Ah, Miss Tia. This is my friend, Miss Juniper. Juniper, Miss Tia here was telling me all about her best friend, Miss Sue.
What?
She was.
Definitely.
I mean, yes, I see. Sue, right. Okay, this isn't what I expected. I figured any friend of Sue's had to be some rough and tumble punk, not like a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. How does the leader of a gang of thugs end up friends with a kindergartner? Still, this was my chance. I had to go for it. Let's see, how would Crystal handle introductions?
Let's try Quirky and see what happens. And he's good with kids. Stop, my heart.
Why, hello there, Miss Tia. I'd introduce myself, but I'm... Miss Terry. Miss Terry, get it?
Really?
Miss Terry? Oh, Mystery! Well, at least I know I'm funny enough to entertain 5-year-olds with a very forced joke.
Hooray!
Is that really your name? That's a funny name. No, I'm just being silly. Call me Miss Juniper. Like the tree. I guess Miss Tree works too, huh? So, how do you know Miss Sue?
Oh, Miss Tia was telling me that her brother is the chap we've come to know as Inky.
I see. Is he around right now? The last thing we need is for one of the ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for information. Nah, I'm here with my big sister. But she got bored and went off to talk with her friends and drink milkshakes. We come to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue is always very nice to me and tells great jokes. And she loves Moopy. She can make the wizard man eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it.
Yay!
You just gotta kick the game right here, and it'll look all funny for a moment, and then munch, he'll eat the dots right up. I see. Well, Miss Tia, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. Do you know where she is? Or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Sue said it was a secret. Okay, Juniper, time to use those powers of persuasion. What would Crystal do in this situation?
We did this before. Let's try basic for funsies.
I know! Mr. Percy can teach you even more about Moopy the Wizard Man.
I don't know how to play this version of Moopy.
Oh, well... Version?
Oh yes, there's so many different kinds of Moopy games out there. There's the original arcade classic, this modern update, handheld games, strategy card games, board games.
I like board games! Great! Percy will give you his copy of the Moopy board game.
Dang.
Pardon me?
I like, wow, that's, speaking up for that guy. I don't know about that, Juniper.
He will. But it's vintage and still in its original packaging.
Mr. Percy is very generous.
I suppose he is then. Very well. I'll give you my Moopy board game if you tell us about Miss Sue.
Man. Poor Percy.
I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling very weird about tricking a little girl at this point. Crystal sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. Miss Tia, the thing is... Someone's being very mean to my friend, Miss Crystal, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue so she'll help us against this bully. Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Miss Crystal believes in being kind to people. That's why she sent us here, to find someone who's friends with Miss Sue so we can make all of this better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'd understand. Miss Crystal? She and Mr. Percy tried to help me when I lost all my tickets. I was so sad that day, but they helped me not feel bad anymore. And you seem really nice, Miss Juniper, so... Okay, if you're going to be nice to Miss Sue, I'll tell you. There's an old, really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. It's not too far from my home, and it's got so many games in it. Percy gets his phone out and starts trying to figure out the address based on her description of the area. I'm just relieved to be out of the spotlight as he translates from little girl ease into workable mappies.
Huh. Says here it's a warehouse owned by Nostalgia Commodities.
It's a super big house with one huge room, a really tall ceiling and stairs and stuff.
Quite good.
Sounds accurate. Very well. Shall we depart? I'm sure Miss Crystal is eager to make friends with Miss Sue.
Since we're friends and stuff now, you know Sue isn't really her name, right? Not her whole name, I mean.
It's a secret.
Her name's a secret, so... I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already feel a bit weird about this. But she motions for me to kneel down anyway so she can whisper. Her name is... Wow.
Pardon me?
Okay, I gotta go find my big sister. Bye!
What was that about?
I think I just figured out a lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to Purr Palace. Not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, but we may have just been handed a heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this info to Crystal. And now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Crystal means a lot to me. We've been friends for years and hopefully for many more years to come. All we have to do is get past this teensy-weensy little bump on the road, right? Just like stop a megalomaniacal arcade czar from ruining all our hopes and dreams using nothing more than a street address and a name. I'm betting she will want Percy at her side when they confront Sue, of course. And that's okay. I've had enough excitement for one day. I just hope that I did enough to give Crystal the winning edge. Or it'll be game over for us all.
Aw. I think Juniper still loves her Crystal a little bit.
Quirky! You're a fun-loving soul, always quick with a joke. Make sure you play off Sue's sense of humor and keep things light.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Wakey, love. I'm pleased to report a successful sortie against the enemy.
Could you use less war metaphors? They're scary.
We made the right call looking for Sue's friends. She seems to have a soft spot for children. A nice girl told us how to find her. I'm afraid there's an additional wrinkle, however. True, we have their location, but we also have Sue's real name.
I'm guessing it's not Sue.
Oh, it's certainly Sue. Sue Nami.
Dun dun dun! Tsunami? What? I do feel sorry. What a terrible pun.
A sticky situation just got stickier, eh? The foul fellow is her father.
Rather unfortunate.
It is rather unfortunate.
Truthfully, I'm not sure how this changes our plans. I know I'd sooner eat glass than backstab my mum and pa personally. Still, we do what we must, yes. You and I will deal with this new wrinkle when the time comes.
Yes, Gigi. Want to do the try not to get shot challenge? I know, right?
I'm coming with you, of course. You'll need someone with a car to haul you out there, yes?
Pretty sure the bus doesn't have a stop marked gang territory, no.
But you've already put your life on the line for this arcade once. Somewhat literally. I'll not let you do so again. If this turns violent, I'm getting you out of there. Understand? You mean too much to me to allow a repeat episode of opening day.
What, not sacrificing for Arcade Queen and Arcade Country? Oh my goodness. Terrible. He's very concerned about you. Be loving. I'd rather neither of us risk our lives. If it comes to that, I agree. We run for it. It'll mean potentially abandoning Purpur Palace to its fate, but...
Indeed. We must keep our heads about us in this matter.
Well,
It pains me to say this, but it's just an arcade, Crystal. You mean more to me than this place. Or Moopy. Or damn near anything, honestly. I want us to have long, happy lives together. No matter the misfortune, we'll have that. I'll promise you.
let's try to avoid any misfortune. If we play the situation right, we can come out on top. Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. Percy, how do you think we should approach Sue?
Carefully, gently, and with kindness. Given we're aiming to split her from her father's side, we need to be very diplomatic and understanding of her feelings. It's the only way forward, I feel.
But I've done kind so many times before. Percy. It's going to be difficult, to be sure. But if we can connect to her on an emotional level, maybe we can sway her to our side.
Agreed. It's the best way forward, really. Now then, sort out any final business, and we'll head on over to face this together. I'll just get the car ready. Take your time.
Alright. Well, I might just do quirky anyway. Let's try this. Ah ha 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 ha! My arcade empire shall feast on the corpse of Deco's palace, draw strength and nourishment from it, and emerge a new juggernaut of the industry.
Objection.
Yeah, okay, that's pushing things a bit far. And I prefer small arcades to big faceless corporate masses. Even if they've got your name written on them. Still, I get what you mean. I admire the way you carry yourself with confidence. It's confidence I rarely have.
Okay, now you're selling yourself short. I haven't known you not to speak your mind.
Well, that's largely when I'm with people I trust to hear me out. Or when I'm annoyed enough to not let something go. But I'm working on it. I'm getting better every day. And I've got you to thank for that. Well, I thank myself for making an effort, but you helped.
That was a very, Ace Attorney thing, wasn't it? Oh man, everyone wants to be so kind. Me goodness. I can always sell my vital organs. Alright. I think this one? No, I never did that one yet. Is this one? No, which one was the one that got points with her? I can't remember. Maybe none of them. Oh no, it was bold, right? Because she likes bold, doesn't she? Yeah, Bull, that's the one. Okay, there we go. I have not played Ace Attorney, no. That is on my to-do list for sure. Yeah, they will want Bold for sure. I've got that Care Bear stare. Alright. Ah, Juniper's here? Wait, how come... Why is Juniper here this time? Huh. Interesting. Juniper's trying to play Fast Cars 5 despite being totally lousy at it, which is not helping her frustration level any.
Stupid razz-frazzin' mother-lovin' slow drivers blocking my lane.
Come on.
This whole situation is total poop butts.
She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach.
That sucks.
Oh, right. She is always here. She's just usually in the bar or the restaurant. I'm like, huh? Isn't she normally here? What am I missing something? Ah. Can I have a blankie, a hot cocoa, and a 6-season box set of animated antics to go with that shoulder?
You know it.
Thanks, girl. Appreciate you.
Not a particularly welcoming locale, is it? I doubt they'll invite us in for tea either. Why would anyone want to live in such a squalid hole?
Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway.
Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Inc. is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Lovely. Well, once more into the breach, eh? I have faith in your success. I'll largely stay quiet, let you handle the talking. But if I spot a moment where I can aid in our victory, I'll speak up. Shall we play then?
Let's. Save the game. Okay. And before we do this, I am just going to run to the washroom quickly because I had 2 cups of coffee in very short order, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Thank you for your patience, guys. And yeah, I was reading in chat about the poll, so it will be Naomi next, and then Queen Bee, and then poor Ashley. My good, I thought Ashley would be a lot higher than she ended up being on that poll, but rip, I guess. Alright, let's eavesdrop. Oh, interesting. I was hoping for some good intel here by eavesdropping, but I guess I'm not empathetic enough to understand this hot mess of melodrama. Why doesn't she just kick his ass or something? She's smart. She could clearly take this guy if she wanted to. Well, so much for that plan. Deco, buddy! But I can't say I'm impressed that you came here after you told me to beep off. Well, I did kick them out of the arcade. That won't be a point in my favor right now.
You know, I tried to play nice with you. I tried to explain how it was nothing personal. The chaos we were causing for you. And you were super rude about it. Totally rude.
Meh. It's not like I chose to wreck your arcade. I didn't have a choice, as you've probably figured out. Honestly, I liked your arcade. It ruled. But I don't like a no-fun jerk. And you are absolutely a no-fun jerk. Absolutely, totally, completely no fun. So why exactly should I give a flying beep what you have to say? Precisely. Well, things are looking good so far.
Honestly, Mr. Nami, we could stand around tossing insults back and forth all night. But that doesn't change one fact. We're not standing in the middle of Deco's palace. This is Sue's home, not yours. She's the one with the real power in this scenario.
Seriously?
I'm not even kind enough to do the kindness option. Ooh. Alright, well, let's hope for the best, everybody. Come on, where's the fun in that? I came to battle, and I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. What could go wrong? I smile confidently at Sue. How about instead of having the ghost monsters here pummeling us into street pizza, we have a sort of pizza-adjacent challenge? The cogs turn in Sue's mind as she glares at me quizzically. She waves at the ghost monsters to stop their advance, and they immediately relax out of their fighting stance. Oh? And what do you have in mind? I, Crystal, Cursebreaker, Arcade Lover, first of my name, challenge you, Tsunami, cybercriminal, badass punk, heir to the Nami estate, to a pizza bagel eating contest. Sue bursts out laughing, but when she locks eyes with me, she knows I'm serious. Oh, for real? As real as it gets. She brings her finger to her lip, toying with the idea, letting it linger on her mouth. My palms are sweating, awaiting her response. Truly, this is the best shot I have. I'm not much of a strategic thinker. I lack the moxie to fight her outright, and I've never had an eloquence with emotional words. I'm all about eccentricity and having a good time. And if an eating contest with one of my favorite foods doesn't scream fun, then I have nothing left to offer. Not to mention, over the last few months, I've consumed so many pizza bagels that my stomach is an iron fortress. Sue's still contemplating the challenge when something interrupts both of our thinking. Nice. Sounds like your stomach wants this more than you do. The ghost monsters snicker behind her. And I can't lie, it's been a while since I last ate. I'm hungry to win. Haha. I like your spirit, Crystal, and I've given it a good think. Let me just say that I'm totally down for it. Let's do this. I breathe relief while Deco huffs annoyance. This is ludicrous. This is absolute madness. Sue, this is my choice.
I run the show. not you.
Chill it, Pops. This is my house, and in my house we play by my rules. And my rules 100% include competitive eating. That shuts Deco up promptly. He grumbles, crossing his arms in defiance. It's hard to tell which is the child and which is the adult at this point. Sue turns her attention back to me. This'll be no walk in the park, Crystal. Oh, no, no. It's not going to be a regular competition of whoever eats the most pizza bagel wins. I didn't expect it to be easy. Good. So, this won't shock you when I tell you we are playing until someone pukes. You heard me, Crystal. This is all for all the guts and glory. Meaning, if you vomit before I do, you'll ditch Deco and join me? Yep. And if you throw up first, your ass is out the door with nothing. How do we increase our chance of winning in that situation? As revolting as that sounds, I don't really have a choice. I sort of put myself in the situation, and honestly, I'm not worried. This is my strength. There is no time for doubt anymore. These were my terms originally. Sue just took it to the next level. I nod to her. Excellent. Now, Clyde, if you'll step forward. Clyde, dear, would you...
It would be my pleasure to eat these pizza bagels in your honor.
Oh, Clyde, I don't want to go up against you. What? But my challenge is with you, Sue, not one of your ghost monsters. No offense, Clyde.
None taken. But I'll gladly do whatever Sue wishes of me.
No helping it.
Yeah, hashtag sorry, not sorry. I'm like super lactose intolerant. I can't consume a drop of dairy without instantly throwing it back up. And that's not much of a fair fight, Crystal. So Clyde here will be my mouth. I grumble in complaint, but still there's no turning back now. Denying Sue would just make her dislike me and turn back over to Deco. Sure, it's fine. Also, did I forget to mention that Clyde can eat anyone under the table? I've seen them consume more food than humanly possible. Sheepishly, Clyde looks to the floor and smiles weakly.
You did forget that part.
I shrug reluctantly, and Sue takes that as an indicator to start things up. All right, punch it, Clyde! Clyde takes out their phone and, using their index finger, taps the middle of the screen. It's a second of pure silence before I hear a mechanical whirling from a distance. I feel the ground shake as I watch the floor beneath us separate and a platform raises from the depths. Whoa! Who invited the disco? Fog billows up around the platform in a dramatic fashion, and colorful spotlights illuminate the catwalks. Once the theatrics die down and my eyes adjust, I note 2 tables have been moved into place nearby. One is plain, nothing but chairs surround it. The other is draped in a fancy silk tablecloth and covered in pizza bagels. Mounds upon mounds of pizza bagels, all matter of kinds and flavors. How did you have that ready to go? It's more than my taste buds can handle. But how? What? You don't think I'm always prepared for an eating competition? Ha! We do these every Thursday night. Plus, my buddies are in the drama club. They can quickly move set decoration around like, whoa. Everyone's laughing. Even Deco cracks a grin, save for me and Percy who exchange awkward glances. Now, without any further interruptions, Allez cuisine! Clyde smoothly slides over to the bountiful feast, ready to begin. Meanwhile, I stumble along on my crutches, trying to keep up with them. Sue commandingly sits at the head of the table, so she can watch everything. She leans back confidently, her arms resting behind her head. Her smirk hasn't left her lips since we started. Clyde quickly picks up a plate and, with no regard to flavor, slides an armful of the little delicacies onto their dish. A couple even topple off the edge and fall onto the floor. Once filled to the brim, Clyde turns around and sits down at the table. It's my turn now, and looking over the choices, I feel a pang of anxiety. I have a decision to make, and there are too many delicious choices. Which one do I take? Do I take my favorite one? If I lose, then I'll never be able to consume that kind of pizza bagel again. Or do I take one of the less palatable ones? What if I'm too grossed out and end up gagging on them midway through the competition? My hand shakes, hovering over the pizza bagels. I make a snap decision, and my hand reaches out for... Oh my goodness. Does it matter? How do I know which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite? Cheese, pepperoni, breakfast, supreme, Hawaiian, veggie. Let's start with pepperoni. Veggie would have less calories, but something with a lot for save here just in case. Okay. Good call. I can get behind that. Yeah, do I start with something that has a lot on it or something basic? Go harder for, yeah, maybe, so would it be Supreme? Should I start with Supreme, maybe? I have no idea what a breakfast pizza bagel is. Okay, let's try, we'll try heavy first and then go light and see what happens. A delicious combination of pepperoni, sausage, olives, and bell pepper. It's a pizza miracle they fit it all on that tiny bagel. After I fill up my plate with supreme pizza bagels, making sure it's roughly the same amount as Clyde's, I make my back to the table. The only empty spot is a clear invitation for me, and I sit my butt down next to Clyde. Looking around at the completion of people beside me, this is either the strangest family dinner or the best poker table I've ever been at. You could cut the tension with a knife. Luckily, Sue shatters the mood by hitting the table with her fist. Good golly, took you long enough, Crystal. Clyde here looked like they were ready to take a nap, waiting for you to fill up. A series of metal catwalks and platforms aren't exactly easy to navigate on crutches, but I'm here now, and I'm ready to win. Don't go counting your chicken pizza bagels before they hatch. Clyde, any last words before your face is stuffed full of microwavable meals?
I won't let you down, Sue.
I'm glad to hear it. What about you, Crystal? Hasta la pasta, Sue. When pizza's on a bagel, I have the advantage. For I know that when pizza's on a bagel, I can have pizza anytime.
Woohoo! ABB, always be branding.
Smooth. Real diplomatic. But I tire of all this yapping. On the countdown from 3, we start. 3, 2, 1. Eat! In one smooth movement, my hands reach and grab pizza bagel after pizza bagel and shove them into my mouth. As I chow down, the supreme flavor explodes in my mouth. The tang of the tomato sauce combines with the gooey bagel, a semi-nutritious form of edible heaven and hell. But I don't have time to sit and savor. I need to chew as quickly as possible. I continue the motions of mastication, and I realize my mouth is insanely dry. It's getting harder and harder to chew with nothing lubing it up. I look up to Sue and make a motion with my free hand for a drink. Oh, silly me. How could I forget the water? Pinky, get these fine people some water. Pinky hastily brings us huge red plastic cups and places them down in front of us. My jaw aches from the chomping, and I gladly welcome the liquid. Taking the cup in hand, I don't trust this. On second thought, I fear drinking the water would just take up too much space in my belly. There's limited room in there and I'll not waste it on liquids. I put the cup down and instead replace it with another pizza bagel. Chewing is still difficult, but I'll just ice my jaw after this is all over. Dunking it? Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll win the first go around, so I might have to come back. It feels like it's been forever, but it couldn't have been more than several minutes. As I stuff more eatables into my body, my tummy's already feeling it. And it doesn't feel so good. I know we've just begun, but my mouth hurts from all this chewing and wonder how much more my stomach can take. Huh. Okay. Sizing up Clyde's platter, we're neck and neck. They haven't really paid me much attention, though. They don't fear me nor see me as a threat. At least not yet. I have plenty of time to turn the tides, I just need to make smarter decisions from here on out. Sue watches us intently, and glee spreads over her entire face. The ghost monsters are cheering on Clyde, whose eyes haven't really left Sue. Aww! Their entire concentration is focused on her. I love Clyde. Just from their dedication, I can tell that Clyde cares for Sue, or why else would they be doing all this for her? You don't just go through horrible indigestion for the beeps of it. My eyes move from Clyde and Sue to Percy, who's rooting for me. I feel our hearts connect at this moment, and I wink as I push more tiny treats into my hole. However, it's not before long that Sue has something to say. This is great. I mean, really, watching you both shove food into your faces is priceless. You both look like little pizza chipmunks. It'd be really cute except for the sauce and cheese smeared all across your faces. Clyde, you even have it in your hair. How is that even possible? Clyde shrugs, their mouth too full to respond. As I was saying, it's great, but it's really missing something. Something more unconventional. I'm no normal lady, so this is no normal eating competition. So, I had Inky prepare you a little something. Inky! Inky comes over, carrying 3 covered silver platters and places them on the table before us. One by one, he lifts the cover to reveal something truly revolting. One platter has completely burnt pizza bagels to a crisp. Gross. The second one has raw pizza bagels, the uncooked slime glistening in the light. Super gross. The final plate has completely frozen pizza bagels. The crystals from the freezer burn sparkle wildly. Super duper gross. I make disgusted faces in between bites of the normal pizza bagels at the entourage of gross newcomers. And if Clyde is at all disgusted, they aren't showing it. Once the damage is done, Inky sits back down at the family table. Now this'll make things way more interesting. Crystal, to continue in this food competition, you'll have to choose one of these options and consume all of them. If you don't pick one, I'll take that as you giving up, forfeiting the win. You'll have to pack your bags and limp your loser ass home. Sue giggles as I'm completely at her will. Taking a closer look, though, there's only 12 of them. It's not that bad, right? I can stomach this. Because, hey, since I'm a generous gal, I'll even let you have first choice. Clyde doesn't seem to react to anything Sue throws at them. They keep on chewing, completely and utterly focused. Come now, we don't have all day. Make your decision, Crystal. Sue throws her head back and laughs. This amuses her all too greatly. Just the thought of all these makes my stomach start to turn. I look at Sue, then back to my plate, then back to Sue, and then finally at Percy, pleadingly.
Love, you're doing a terrific job. Trust me when I say, most of this food is far better than the fare I'm used to. British food is not known for its deliciousness. It's not as gross as you think.
Percy taps his head.
It's all just mind over matter.
I nod in agreement. I can just power through this and not even think about how disgusting it is. Aw, you're the only one that gave me a chance of success. Thank you, Percy.
That's the spirit. Remain calm and pizza on.
Hush from the peanut gallery. No help, please. She tries to undo it, but it's too late. I'm already inspired. I can do this. Don't think too hard about it. I just have to go with what my gut says. Just as I'm finished up the last of the bagels on my plate, I reach for the next plate. Excuse me. Okay, so we've had some debate in chat over frozen versus burnt. Yeah, I'm like... The burnt... the raw one just sounds like a terrible idea. Frozen, you've got, like, some water content, maybe, but wouldn't you have to, like, wait for it to melt in your mouth? Like, how big are these pizza bagels? Burnt would be, like, really dry, but it is cooked. Okay, I'm leaving this up to the coin. Heads, frozen, tails, burnt. Hiya! Tails. Okay, we're going burnt, boys. There is a method to my madness, I swear. While not the most tasty, burnt food is easy to digest. The proteins are already denatured at this point, making the gastrointestinal tract absorb it and move it along quicker. I choose the burnt little pizzas and pop them into my mouth. They taste singed, but I simply chew them up and swallow. Okay, hey! Ah, a wise choice, Crystal. I just hope you don't vomit. Or do I? Sue's taunt means nothing. This doesn't even slow me down. I'm so glad I paid attention to all those cooking shows Juniper and I watched until the wee hours. I look over to Clyde. They swipe up the frozen ones and begin tackling them. I can see Clyde struggle with the toughness of the frigid bites, but perseveres nonetheless. Okay, so nobody was taking the raw ones. That's good. The untrained eye might not notice, but I catch Clyde wince every time they bite down. My stomach continues to fill, and I can feel it more with every bite. I worry how much of this I can actually take before I burst. But I can't give up, not when so much rides on this. In a synchronous movement, Clyde and I pick up the last pizza bagel on our plate and chomp down hard in unison. We exchange glances, and even though we're pitted against each other, I feel some camaraderie with them. Aw, Clyde! It's still too early to tell just whose stomach will come out on top. Or, rather, stay in. Oh, Percy brought a bucket! Hopefully. Sue knows it as I defiantly lock eyes with her. I continue chewing until the last bite. Meh. That last challenge was a real yawner. Which means I gotta spice up this next challenge. Literally. Blinky! Bring forth the hot sauce! Blinky stands up, producing a giant bottle of hot sauce from his pockets and slams it on the table. If I wasn't worried before, I am now. As you can see, this is a one-of-a-kind condiment. Ghost Monster Pepper hot sauce is over a jillion units on the Scoville heat scale. This is the kind of sauce that's so hot it goes back in time and kills your ancestors. Only the bravest souls dare attempt consume it. While you were otherwise detained, I had Blinky whip you up a batch of pizza bagels dosing the stuff. On cue, Blinky stacks another plate of pizza bagels in front of me and Clyde. They're drenched in the red viscous liquid dripping onto the plate. The ratio of hot sauce to pizza bagel is not forgiving. They're practically more sauce than bagel at this point. Aw, don't be shy now. They aren't that bad. Honest. I gulp audibly before taking one in my hand. Clyde and I toast the bagels to each other before we say goodbye to our taste buds. Instantly, my entire mouth is aflame. It's hot. Really, really hot. Not in the, oh, it's a hot summer's day. Oh no. It's like my lips are literally on fire. Chewing is barely an option as my eyes water and I open my mouth hoping for a rush of cool air to find its way in. My cheeks flush and every millisecond becomes more painful than the previous. I told you it wasn't for the faint of heart. But like I said, I'm not a mean person, not like my dear old dad. So, I'll give you some options to cool down your mouth. Blinking back tears, I barely see Blinky bring us a plethora of options and sets them in front of us. See, I provided you with some more water, a glass of milk, a couple slices of bread, and freshly squeezed lemon juice. Enjoy! The spice is getting to my head. I feel dizzy and the pain is reaching excruciating levels. Knowing Sue, not all of these options will necessarily help me. She wants me to spew my guts, and if that means from pain, well, she plays to win. But there is one thing I know that will instantly cool down my mouth, and I reach for the... Yeah, water is the worst option. That just makes it hotter. That just makes it hurt more. Milk, all the way. If there was banana or yogurt, I would also pick that, but milk. Nothing extinguishes a mouth fire faster than a glass of milk. Milk molecules bind to the spice molecules and wash it all away. It's science! At least I think that's the science behind it. I grab the glass of milk and swish it around my mouth. Phew! Alright, good call everybody with the milk. Instantly I feel relief. He needs some milk! The same can't be said for Clyde, however. Sweat drips down their face and I can see them falter. They may be able to eat me under a table, but spice isn't their strong suit. Finally, I gulp down the final hot sauce-drenched pizza bagel as remnants of heat still linger in my mouth. But I haven't hurled chunks yet. I'm still not giving up. Excuse me. Not on myself, not on the hopes and dreams of everyone from Purr Palace. Lifting my hand, I wipe the crumbs from my face and look Sue dead in the eyes. Do I do 3? I'm gonna do 3. You call this a meal? That was naught but a measly appetizer to whet my appetite. Keep the dishes coming. I could go on like this for days. A wry smile bends the corners of Sue's mouth. Well, well, well. Look who's finally come up for air. You've been so focused on eating, you haven't even said a word. I applaud your attempt at goading me, but I ain't about to fall for your viperine? Viperine tongue? I gotta give you credit, though. This just keeps getting better and better. And really, I'm highly entertained. I honestly can't remember that last time I had this much fun. Clyde, when was the last time we had this much fun?
Exactly 173 days ago.
That's right! But let's not get too carried away in fond memories. We're in the here and the now. And no one's puked yet. And I really want to see that. So, I've got one last challenge to make that magical moment happen. You know what they say about not exercising right after a meal, right? Well, put on those workout clothes because it's time to fight to get fit. Gotta burn off all the excess calories. My stomach groans in defense. I'm slightly relieved that I don't have to shove any more pizza bagels down my gullet. But I'm more distraught that the next phase in the challenge is extreme movements with a gut full of food. I remember seeing the poor fools at the pool who went swimming right after chowing down a hearty meal. It wasn't a pretty sight. The cramping, the bloating, me jumping in to save them. Gosh, I sure hope Sue doesn't reveal a swimming pool underneath the arcade. And if this wasn't bad enough, I'm still recovering from being shot. But I'm still on crutches. Doctor said I'm supposed to take it easy. You don't think I can't see that? It's not like I'm going to force you to run a marathon or divert a river or any other Herculean task. I know your limitations, and so should you, yeah? because I'm just the nicest person, I'm going to let you choose the exercise. I don't care what you decide so long as you're moving that body. I'm not sure if that's being nice or sadistic. Sue winks at me.
I run the show, not you.
6 of one, half a dozen of another. But can you blame me? You came here into my house, you play by my rules. And that's that. I can't really argue on that one, but my stomach can. It hasn't stopped complaining about the gastrointestinal abuse I've been putting it through. You've had quite a break with us all just chatting away. Enough of a rest to settle that tummy of yours. Now shut up and move. Both Clyde and I stand up from the table. I hobble my way to a more open space. There aren't any weights or exercise bikes for me to use, so I'll just have to make it up on the fly. Once I get into the spot, I take a deep breath, preparing myself mentally and physically for this challenge. As if dropping the mic, I cast off my crutches. They hit the floor with a resounding clank. Alright, here goes nothing. How would I do any of these with a shot in my leg? That's what I want to know. I'm thinking plank? Maybe? Yeah, not burpees for sure. Jumping jacks, you're just gonna feel like everything in your stomach moving as you do it. I would think. Let's try a plank. I don't know about this, but we'll try. Carefully, I lower myself into a push-up position. I keep my body straight and my abs tight. Wait, isn't that a dead meme? Although, it can't be easy on your gut. Okay, I'll allow it. Holding the position is easy enough on my injured leg, and I'm in minimal discomfort there. The true challenge is what's going on with my abdomen. It's all about core strength for this exercise, and tightening those muscles is making my stomach hurt. Feeling my abs push back against my stomach, there's just not enough space in my torso. But all things considered, I'm holding on. It's not unbearable yet. I can endure. Woo! Alright! I notice Clyde is just mirroring my movements and keeping at my pace. Any other day I'd be down for a more traditional plank off, but I'd like an empty stomach and healed leg first. Glancing over at my competitor, our eyes carry the same weight. We've come this far, and we're still holding on. Whether it's out of pride, strength, or a mix of both, we can't tell. We are here. The whole world just blurs away from this moment. Deco, Percy, the ghost monsters, and the arcade. It's just me, Sue, and Clyde. And stop! Clyde and I face Sue and stop moving. From behind her back, Sue produces one more pizza bagel and holds it out to us. The final one. The room is dead silent. It takes a moment for my brain and my GI tract to fully comprehend what happened. There's no way I could eat another one. My insides howl in distress, and as I look at Clyde, I can tell they're suffering too. We exchange nervous glances and weakly reach out to Sue. We're barely keeping it together. We both feel it now, the pain in our guts, the anxiety of losing, the worry of spewing all over everything. Come on, someone better barf soon. What's the holdup? My stomach gurgles audibly as I feel bile crawl slowly up my esophagus. My mouth waters as I hunch over. I'm about to burst. I open my mouth, and I burp. Oh no! Clyde! And close it up again. Clyde horks all over the floor. The thought of one more pizza bagel was too much for them. Everybody takes 1d6 splash damage. Oh no! I recoil, trying to calm my own gag reflex from mirroring Clyde. I can't help but feel sorry for them, but better them than me.
I'm sorry, Sue.
The vomitus just doesn't stop, and the ghost monsters rush over to help their companion. Oh, jeez. Clyde, you going to be okay? Clyde gives a thumbs up towards Sue before retreating to take 5 and get some water. Iron stomach much? Ha! That was a blast! Are you always this much fun to be around? I weakly nod, wiping a little drool from the corner of my mouth. That was ridiculous! It's a pizza buffet all over here. Now then, if we are quite done with the ridiculous schoolyard fun and games. Yeah, we're done here. I've decided to help out Crystal.
A win's a win, and a deal's a deal.
What?
You know, you've been honest with me and willing to put up with a staggering amount of my childish bull. That shows character. Shows strength. Shows a hell of a lot more strength of character than my father's ever managed, in fact.
Yeah, if we never do this again, it will be too soon.
I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Wouldn't you like to know? Well, I finally get to do this one. Hi, arcade business. I'm Dad. Did you seriously just dad joke my dad? Damn right I did. Sweet.
You impudent, insignificant little...
Are you still here? Nope. Aw, Clyde. I hope you're feeling better. You were pretty cool in the end, I gotta admit. 7 out of 10 minimum. I don't know if we'll ever be friends exactly, but you've got my respect.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
Yep, we're also triangle and circle. No worries. Hi, Percy.
Well, it's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it?
From defeat to victory, all in such a short time. It's enough to make your head spin. The speed at which life with you seems to move. I, for one, will welcome life quieting down some. A long stretch of days, years, perhaps, in which you and I can enjoy our lives without so much hassle.
And you'll live to see those glory years, no doubt.
Yeah. I think I'm ready to live a full and proper life with you.
Oh, really? After watching me inhale all those pizza bagels?
I love you.
Well, if that didn't turn you off, then nothing will. Huzzah! Let's never speak of it again. Alright, let's see how everything shook out. We stayed true to our roots, running a classic video arcade, just as Percy and Naomi wanted. No frills, no muss, no fuss. It'll never be profitable enough to really give any large arcade a run for the money, and Gavin sometimes pulls his hair out trying to keep us in the green. But we're here. We're still having fun. And our games are the best. Imagine Percy being like, wow, this whole competition made me hungry. I think I'll have some pizza bagels and then blah. Exactly. But the arcade, in the end, is less important than the people who call it home. Yay! Extra life! We did it! He got the high score! Yay! Without his heart condition threatening to cut his life short, Percy felt less rushed to accomplish his life's goal of conquering Mr. Moopy. And yet, he toppled the score less than a year later anyway.
Finally! 4.5 million points.
Woo!
You have no idea how much my feet hurt right now. Worth it, love. Absolutely worth it.
I'm proud of you, Percy. Both for the score and for how far you've come.
A full and healthy life in front of me. Never thought I'd see the day, and yet, here we are. All thanks to you.
I just helped you along the way, Percy. You pulled yourself back from the edge. So, now that you've finished Mr. Moopy, what's next? What's next was carefully entering his sister's initials into the high score board. Yay!
And now, I live the rest of my life. It's funny, I hadn't put thought to what I'd do after Moopy, but with you at my side, I feel like I can do anything.
Oh. And for the years ahead, we do just that. Anything and everything together. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. My fun-loving attitude was infectious enough to infect Iris as well. She's been practicing her sense of humor recently.
Maybe I can convince humanity to accept AI through humor. One day, I'll put a caption on a cat that's so funny, human society will universally crown me as the new queen of memes.
Well, it's good to have dreams. Yay! I'm so happy. And would you believe it? Gavin and Naomi ended up dating! Both of them were a bit distant from the others at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit and realize neither one was an enemy. Oh, they argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins. But there's a mutual dream they share of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy. And I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her make a safe place to get to know others and to be part of a crowd on her own terms. And Gavin took advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make Purr Palace the hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills.
I know we're something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people. We've never really done anything the normal way to begin with.
Oddities we may be, but there's nothing odd about my love for you. I'm so honored to be by your side, Naomi.
Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at Purr Palace, even after he got offered a job as their regional community manager. Okay. He's doing what he loves, teaching and connecting with all sorts of people. Teo's new job has him traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world, but he still spends most of his time right here.
I'm putting Dee in charge of the local dance crew while I go establish a new scene on the other coast. But I'll be back before you even notice. And when I come back, you promise to get on the stage with me. You owe me a song or two.
Excuse me, I am with someone else, sir. Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me. My BFF for life.
I'm really proud of you, you know. You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it. You did it. You made it happen. I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of that.
A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you.
Hey, I'll take credit if you want me to. Just call me Juniper the Life Coach. And you know I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully later rather than sooner, though.
Nah. Oh well, everything was going too well. Ashley stayed as our main floor attendant for a while. But as we got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's Purr Palace mascot costume. One of those people worked for a big name arcade and offered her a job to create cosplay for them. Zachary. Ashley parted ways with us for that dream job. It makes sense, considering we were never that close. I just wonder if she's happy there. I mean, I'm not there, so... When the 4 heavenly kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly snatched up that opportunity. It's always been her calling. It's been a lot quieter in Purr Palace since she left. Whenever she's playing in a major tournament, we always show the matches. She never mentions us in her championship speeches. I guess we were just a step on her ladder of success. Oh well. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Love and friendship in a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Purr Palace. Thank you, Purr Palace. My spirit is restored and my future is bright. At last I can say... Few others can claim to have had such a wild ride as I have. And in the end, I had fun. I'm looking forward to each day to come and what antics I'll be getting up to. Because this is Purr Palace. And I'm just getting started. What a delight. That was really, really good. Percy's route was awesome. Even the conflict was like the best. Best hand. It didn't come out of nowhere. There was like some pre-established feelings there. Okay, thank you for playing. Alright, let's see our boy in the heart. Come on, I want to see him in lights. Purr. Where are you, Purr? Oh my goodness. It went to Teo, then Gavin, then Teo. Percy, show yourself. Yay, there he is. Woohoo! We did it! Oh, that was great. Thank you guys for joining me for the stream. That was wonderful. The game really does like Teo. That was not the last route. So next up, according to the poll, is going to be Naomi. So we're probably going to be breaking up the whole Gavin-Naomi thing again. Sad face, single tear. But yeah, that'll be the plan for next time. Actually, speaking of next time, I should probably mention this now before I forget. So, my work schedule is a bit up in the air coming up. Like, the schedule's going to change for me, and I don't know what it's going to look like yet. There's the possibility that regular Monday streams might be interrupted. I don't know for sure yet. Yes, I do have a job. So, I didn't want to, like, just drop it on you guys when the change happens, so I thought I would mention it now. It's at least a week or two away. So I'm pretty sure next week will be fine, because it's a holiday here in Canada and America anyway, so we should still be able to, to do the stream next Monday for sure. But going forward, I might have to play it week by week. I don't think it's going to be every Monday I'm working, but at least some Mondays I will have to work, so we will see. But anyway, I wanted to apologize for that in advance, and we'll see. Maybe it won't be as many Mondays as I'm thinking right now, but Anyway, thank you for being understanding, everybody. I'm sorry if Monday streams take a back seat for a little while, but hopefully we'll get back to regular stuff, and hopefully we can still finish this game over time. So, yeah. I will keep you posted. I should know by the Saturday stream at the very least. So if you join my Saturday streams, then you'll hear it there. Otherwise, I will post updates on Discord as per usual, so we'll figure it out together, everybody. But yeah, just wanted to let you know. Otherwise, the rest of this week is more Ewan, of course, and then Danganronpa on Saturday. So I will see you around on the channel. Thanks for joining me, guys. Until next time, bye-bye!